Hello everyone, I'm Annette Frei with Annette Frei Design, as you all know. I have a small business here and I'm located in Livermore, but I work with people all over the nation and even in other countries. So I'm specialized in logo design. I do graphics, I'm an illustrator, and I've been in the business a long time. I worked, many years ago, I worked corporate 10 years as a illustrator for educational software development. So that was really fun. So just a quick shout out to Laura George and Sarah. Sarah did the makeup and Laura George, so I've got a couple new photos.
That is a great picture, by the way. I was going to comment on that.
Yeah, and it's a really fun event, so next time you guys all gotta get your photo done. So again, as I said, I do logo design, graphic design, illustration, and web design, and I'm gonna go through each different one and give a little bit of samples of my newest work, and talk a little bit about what you might get with your design packages. So I work with all sorts of different kinds of businesses. Some people say, well, what industry is best for you? I am any kind of industry that needs new branding. So I work with, on the upper right, I've got an ex-football player, Kelly McHugh on the right. He is a decorated war veteran, and he is an author, so I did his logo and his website and some other graphics. I do a lot of construction. I do organizations, realtors, wellness people, and in just about every industry. These are some of the brand new ones. Burgundy Rose Tea Room is Miss Georgette over here. She's a great client, and so I did her logo, I did some graphics for her and her website. On the bottom right is a photographer from Idaho. He's a landscape photographer. Upper left is a drain and jetting company, and he came to me and he wanted to do a Scooby-Doo logo, and I had to kind of talk him out of that. But so we just landed on he really wanted to do something very Americano. So we came up with the eagle, and then Gold Country. So Michael Santion, one of our old members, former members, purchased Mike's entertainment business, and so now she's branching out into, and it's called Gold Country because she's now up in the mountains. And so I'm doing her website and doing a bunch of graphics for her as well, including her logo. Sarah Fendrich, our very young makeup artist. So we just finished that. She's trying to get a line of cosmetics going. So I have created some work for her, did a little bit of work on her current website, did her logo. And I wanted to give you a little sense of kind of what you might get in a package. So depending on the package you get for logo design, I make sure that I give all the colors, color codes, and I like to give black and white versions, broken down pieces for the logo. And I also like to remind people of things you do and don't do. So sometimes I see, and I often see this in the presentations, people say, oh, I want to pull my image to fit the screen. Well, then you're stretching your graphic, your brand. Please don't stretch or squish your logo. Also, give your logo lots of space. I usually talk about use a third or a quarter of your logo space around your logo to give it that space it needs to really shine, because I see a lot of times people crop their logos right down against the logo, and that's not how it looks good. I give quite a few files. I'm very generous with the files I give in my logo packages. You get JPEGs, PNGs, SVG. Now that's a new one. That's one that it's not very well used yet. It's not used a lot, but it's great for websites. And so I give those files because I'm looking down the road for my clients. I like to make sure they have files they might need down the road. Also, what will the printer need, Syed? Yeah, so he likes the PDFs, an Illustrator-based PDF that he can then open up possibly and adjust. Now, Microsoft Word also, you can make a PDF. That's not what he wants. So you don't want to take your logo or your brand into Microsoft Word and save it out as a PDF, because that's not what the printer's going to need. Here's some graphic design. I do a lot of branding with business cards and letterheads and also social media banners. So those are just some samples, again, with Burgundy Rose, you saw that. I also work with veterans, so Kelly McHugh is he's very decorated war veteran and ended up losing his leg a few years ago. This client was a second generation client. From his wife, I actually did her logo branding and website and everything some years ago, and then they were so happy that he asked me to do his as well. I also work with nonprofits. This was a project for the San Mateo Police. They were doing a fundraising event for breast cancer awareness. And so I did a hat and a t-shirt and a patch. Book cover and layout. So on the left is a jazz book that I did from, I have a friend that's a photographer, and he does all the photography and he's also a jazz musician, and he does all the photography for the greatest, so, anybody you would know in the industry, he's photographed. On the right, the houses that built me, J.L. Owens, she's doing a self-publishing, and I'm doing her book cover. Unfortunately, she just lost her home in Fort Myers, so this is on hold for a few weeks. She's trying to deal with that. I also I'm an illustrator. Just a little history. I worked, like I said, in 10 years in the educational software development. I have done work with Johnson & Johnson for a wellness program that they did. I've done a lot of toy and game work for Fisher Price, Leapfrog, and I've done three children's books, illustrated them. I also do courtroom signage and medical illustration as well. This is a web design that just launched recently, and this was a referral from Hank. And it's a financial company, and their old one is on the left. So what they wanted is they really wanted to simplify and make it more personal for their clients. And so the new homepage, this is it. There's no scrolling down for this homepage, and it scrolls and shows what people would want for their retirement or for just life in general. Gives that feeling. So you'll have a page of graduation and a page of having a baby. So it just shows people doing these things instead of showing, the good old bridge. Again, more web design. On the right is a tutoring company, and she's been here at our meetings before, Anna Rochelle, and again, Georgette's website. And Georgette really wanted something that was really classy, but maybe from another era. So we really worked on trying to get that to happen for her logo and her website. A good referral says, I'm branding my business and I need a designer who will listen. And I'm gonna be listening, and I really will sit down with my clients and take the time to find out what their values are, and we try to project that and find good images and functionality for that. Often we get people that just say, hey, I've been waiting 3 years for my brother's son's nephew to do my site or do my logo, and I'm like, okay, let's get this done, because it's not helping you at all to be waiting that long. These are good referrals: wellness startups, business coaches, nonprofits, high-end trades, business owners who are ready to up their game, publishing companies, and good our partners are, of course, I really would like to get an IT company in here, a small business IT company. I love our business coach, photographer, would like to get another videographer, SEO specialist, and marketing companies are good for me. So let's talk. I'd love to set up a free consultation if you want to take a look at your website or your logo or branding.